Hello students, today is your second lecture from water chapter. In a previous lecture, we were discussing about the uses of water, how it is important and it playing a very important role in our daily life we have discussed. So now in this lecture, we will discuss pollution of water, solution, saturated solution, unsaturated solution, supersaturated solution. So try to understand what is that. What is solution? A solution in chemistry is a homogeneous mixture. Yes, my dear students, already we have discussed homogeneous and heterogeneous mixture. So solution means homogeneous mixture of two or more substances. The substances which is dissolved is called solute, like sugar, salt, alum. It is used to dissolve in water. That's why it is called solute. The substances in which solute is dissolved is called solvent. Yes, liquid part is called solvent in which solute is dissolved, like water, benzene, carbon disulfide, alcohol. All these are solvent, but water is known as universal solvent because water can dissolve almost all thing in it. That's why what is called universal solvent. You can see very clear picture. Solute plus solvent become solution. It is not the chemical change, it is a physical change. So I think it is very clear what is solute, what is solvent. Now next thing is that aqueous and non-aqueous solution. Suppose in solution solvent is water, that is called aqueous solution, and the solution in which solvent is other than water, like benzene, alcohol, carbon disulfide, toluene, all these are non-aqueous solution. So you can see an aqueous solution is a solution in which water is solvent. Example, solution of common salt and sugar in water. Non-aqueous solution, a solution in which the solvent used is other than water. Examples, sulfur dissolved in carbon disulfide. Yes, both are non-polar substances. We will discuss what is a polar, what is non-polar. Non-aqueous solution solvent are alcohol, benzene, ether, acetone. These are the example of solvent which are other than water. You can see very clear. I think acetone you have seen in your houses. I think your mother is using to remove the nail polish, that is called remover. It contains acetone. Now what is soluble substances? The material like salt and sugar are called soluble as they dissolve completely in water. Yes, which can dissolve in water, that is called soluble, and which cannot dissolve in water, that is called insoluble. The substances which do not dissolve in water like sand, stone, that is called insoluble material and substances. What is solubility? Water solubility is a measure of amount of chemical substances that can dissolve in water is called solubility, and there must be a specific temperature. So I am going to read it again. Water solubility is a measure of amount of chemical substances that can dissolve in water at a specific temperature. Water is called universal solvent. Now, what is unsaturated solution? So I have given you a separate video to make you understand what is saturated, what is unsaturated, and what is supersaturated solutions. So here I want to make you understand by the picture. You can see a water is there, and water has an intermolecular space, and that intermolecular spaces are occupied by the solute substances. That's why when you dissolve 2 and 3 spoons of sugar and salt in water, its level will not increase, because of that solute particle will occupy the spaces between solvent particles and molecules. So what is unsaturated solution? The solution that contain less than maximum amount of solute, that is called unsaturated. In a simple language, the solution in which more solute can be dissolved. You can add more and more solute, that is called unsaturated. And what is saturated? A solution in which no more solute can be dissolved in solvent is called saturated solution. Now next, what is supersaturated? A supersaturated solution contain more dissolved solute than required for preparing a saturated solution, and can be prepared by heating a saturated solution, adding more solute, and then cool it gently. Excess dissolved solute crystallizes. Yes, my dear student, it is very clear. When you add initially solute in water, it becomes saturated, and further addition of solute on heating of that solvent, that solution becomes supersaturated. And when you further add solute in it, what happen? Crystallization will take place, means crystal of that solute will form. You can see a clear picture. A solution with more dissolved solute at the given temperature than a saturated solution. And you can see in a third picture, solute aggregates and form crystallize, and crystalline form substances you will get. And now water pollution. I think it is a very common topics. You know what is water pollution. Water is an contamination of water with chemicals or other foreign substances that are detrimental to human, plants or animal health, that can harm the health of human beings and plants and animals. These pollutants include fertilizer, pesticide from biological runoff, sewages, flood, processing waste, lead, mercury and other heavy metals. Actually, other heavy metals, it is a metals which causes disease like cancer. That's why heavy metals are known as carcinogen metal, because it may cause cancer in your body. You can see how dirty water and chemicals are just throwing out from the pipe in a river, dam and lots of water surface area. You can see what is the condition of water logging. Causes of water pollution. There are various causes of water pollution. Industrial, home, means domestic uses, agriculture. These are the causes of water pollution. First one is that industrial waste. Second one is that leakage from sewage line. In a metropolitan city, many canal which contain domestic sewages and chemicals directly running and open into the sea and water sources area, which may pollute sea and ponds and causes death of many fishes and sea animals. Second one is that chemical fertilizer and pesticide. Generally we are using fertilizers in field and agricultural land, and nowadays you know how many states they are suffering from flood, and because of that flood that chemicals will be run off from one particular area to another particular area, or it may goes in sea, pond, lakes, which may causes many disease to the sea animals and plant. Industrial waste and accidental oil leakage. Yes, many sheep, they are carrying heavy amount of oil from one country to another country, and suppose if there will be any accident will happen, that all oils will split in the river and in sea, and you know what is the effect of oil on the body of sea animals. And last one is that mining activity. Mining activity also produce many poisonous gases. Prevention of water pollution. Do not allow water to drip from defective tap. More dams should be built so that we can conserve water as much as possible. More plantation should be done, as plant help in bringing rain, and also plant hold the water by holding the soil. Wasting of water should be avoided. Close the tap when you are brushing your teeth. Rather use a mug. Close the tap when you are washing cloth. Open the tap only when you need it. Reduce, reuse and recycle should be a mantra for the prevention of water, because you know that water is very essential for us, and please preserve it, conserve it for the next generation. Otherwise, for the next generation, there will no water, and without water, life is not possible. You know very well. So today is the last lecture. Thank you, and have a nice day.